Relatives should take us away from the environment here and reintroduce us to the outside world, to places that we used to go as children, as little children, and that will bring back good memories, say dementia residents, because when we can tap into past memories of how we were as children and go to the places where we played as children, they will be happy, lovely memories that we can easily tap into because, of course, past memory being intact for dementia residents. So if you take your mother, for example, to the park that she used to play at when she was younger, maybe it's a park next to the local school, and she used to play on the swings and the seesaws there, and there maybe on the day you take her, there's other children playing there as well. You can ask her, now Mum, do you remember playing here as a child? Hopefully she does, well yes. And what did you used to enjoy playing on here at this park? Well, I like the swings the best, dear. Okay, so was there any particular sort of time of day that you used to come and swing on the swings, do you remember? Well, every day after school, because the park was right next door to the school, me and my girlfriend would come and swing on the swings, I think for half an hour every day after school, because then it was no problem, you could do that. Then you could just walk home with each other and you didn't need your parents to come and pick you up or anything like people seem to do these days. But swinging on the swing was one of our favourite occupations, and it was a very relaxing, happy time. So, you know, that's lovely, isn't it? Because those beautiful memories of swinging on the swing with your best friend after school can bring back that lovely flood. Now, another way to tap into these past memories is that if your mother is the grandmother of your children, say, and your children go to the same school as your mother did and you've lived in the same neighbourhood, then that means that all the sports events and all the sporting arenas, the tennis, the swimming pools, the rugby fields, everything will be familiar to her because it's the same school. So when you go to your sports events, whether it's running or gymnastics or tennis or whatever the sports event, athletics, whatever the sports events are, chances are, because it's the same school, it will be the same facilities that are used for the special big sports days. And you can take your mother along if she's fit enough and strong enough and can walk and, you know, at least sit for a couple of hours to watch the sports events and the grandchildren. That's a marvellous thing, because she will, all those lovely memories of the past sports events days with, you know, the running track and the jumping and the leaping and the javelin and the shot put and all the wonderful exciting things which hopefully either she engaged in or her siblings or at least her friends at the school. And it's just familiar territory because past memory intact, she can tap into those past memories. She's seeing that same facility before her. She's familiar with the routine, the loudspeaker, the children, the running. Everything's in place that is not completely unfamiliar, as a dementia unit is, but she's in her familiar, happy space. She can communicate, she can enjoy it, she can laugh, she can have fun. Everything's good in the world. Now, even if a dementia resident only gets a chance of this lovely, wonderful activity, say 2 or 3 times a year, really, it's so much better than nothing. So much better than just the one Christmas Day event, which most dementia residents get, and often little else all year. But if every season there can be one special day where Granny gets a special outing and occasion, tapping in, hopefully, with past memories, then she'll be in a much stronger and better position to be enlivened, to be interested, to be engaged, to be ensured that she is being supported by her relatives and her grandchildren. And it's a good way, a really good way of being able to keep that relationship going with the grandchildren, because if they're competing, say they're doing the running at the sports event and she's able to cheer them along and support them in a context that's positive, then that is so much better for the present relationship of her with the grandchild, rather than sitting at home on a Sunday afternoon with no context and her being unable to ask questions because she's unaware of what they're doing and she can't remember anyway. Whereas on the spot, in the present moment, at the sports event that she's just seen, she can comment, praise and connect with the grandchildren and have a lovely relationship from that. So I've written about these topics and more in the resident's voice, all you need to know for a person going into a dementia unit, and the resident's rise, all you need to know to help, positive practical techniques to help people once they are settled in a dementia facility. And the techniques do need to be positive and practical, and there is so much that can be done to help, but a lot of knowledge and a lot of information and a lot of education is needed to get to the point to be able to help. And that is why I've written the 2 books and why I've done so many videos. I don't know, I think it's 800 or something, nearly 1,000. It's just incredible. But never mind, it's important, very important work, and the resident's voice deserves to be heard. So much of this material is from what the residents, the dementia residents, have told me is important for them. And that's why I'm being the voice, instrumentally the voice for the dementia residents, because unfortunately they don't have a voice. They are near invisible in these places. They really do need a voice. And that's why I'm attempting to do this instrumentally for them. So thank you for your viewing and your likes and your interest. And please subscribe and pass on these links. Thank you.